Okay, are we live? Yes, looks like we are live. Everything okay over there?
Yep.
All right then. Then greetings everyone. Welcome, bienvenue to another Shadow Council episode, or as we like to put it, what's up, Doc? Basically, just from my overall shitty Bugs Bunny impression, you're gonna guess that what we're gonna do today, because for this particular topic, I was like, you know what? We have the upcoming new movie coming out in the late February, so we were like, why not talk about this? So basically, it's time for the wacky world of the Looney Tunes, and so here I am, your host, Laura Shadows, as always, and this is TK, the lucky bastard, joining me for this amazing conversation.
I have one thing to say.
Go ahead.
What's up, Doc?
It's Reddit season.
See, I'm dedicated. I brought a carrot.
No, I just brought my shit impressions. Oh my god. Anyway, this I already can tell this is gonna be one bonkers discussion for sure. So basically, without any further ado, bon appetit with your carrot. I'm kind of curious, why didn't you brought your Hassenpfeffer with you? But okay. If you're catching my drift. I think like the reason why you didn't, because I think like you will end up in the oven if you
Yes.
Yeah. Then we will end up in cannibalism, and we don't want that, do we?
No.
No. You don't want some fat. You don't want some fat king like eating you alive.
Yeah, I never turn my back when I'm cooking.
Yeah. You should be very careful.
Yeah, when I'm standing near an oven, I never turn my back.
Yeah. So basically, guys, here we are. Basically, as you can see, we already started doing some bonkers shit. But today we're gonna talk about the Looney Tunes, and the overall franchise. I mean, franchise. We can both agree it's a franchise that literally became a cult-like icons, basically.
Yes.
In on the one side we had Hanna-Barbera's characters, and on the other side we had the Looney Tunes. I mean, basically, they're literally one of those gang of characters, let's just put it that way, that literally, how can I put this? I would go as far as say that for me, I will put them on the same rank even as like Mickey and the rest.
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think I will definitely put, like, with the Hanna-Barbera team, with Mickey Mouse and his friends, I will put them on the same rank, because for me, literally the way how I always seen them since my childhood is those characters like were literally kind of like just like them at the beginning of the dawn of animation.
Yeah,
basically, and also
it's so big that there's a theme park around where I live, Idlewild Park, Idlewild and Soak Zone, and with their some of their games, I don't know if this is still the case. It's been a while since I've been there, but it used to be with some of their games they have, like whenever, like with some of their racing games, like where you squirt the water and like make the clown go or you make the horse go. The background music is the Looney Tunes theme.
Yeah, of course. I mean, also, of course, the Looney Tunes do have like one of the most iconic themes, like I would say, in the entire animation history.
Yes.
Basically, So, but basically, with the start and everything, I want to ask you this question, which of course is our very first introductions to the Looney Tunes. So, my question to you is this: what was your very first, if you can remember, what was your very first introduction to the overall world of Looney Tunes?
Okay.
Shoot.
So, I think my first introduction, I forget what the comic book was about, but there was some comic book I found.
Really?
Somewhere, I forget, but it was some comic book, I think, with Bugs and Daffy. It might have just been Daffy. I'm not sure. It was either that or my first introduction to Looney Tunes, to the world of Looney Tunes. It might have been Tiny Toons. It might have been Tiny Toon Adventures.
Really? So you're saying Tiny Toon Adventures, like comic book wise, or like television wise?
So television wise, I think that would have been my first. It was either that or was the comic. It might have been the comic, actually. I don't remember much about the comic. I don't even remember where I found the comic. No, I do remember. I just remember where I found the comic. It was at the mall. There was a store at the mall that had Like it was, it that's where I found it.
Hmm.
The comic would have probably been first.
Oh, okay, that's very interesting. I mean, for me personally, I mean, I knew there were some like Looney Tunes comic books, but I never like when I was little, I never got my hands on them. So my very first introduction to the Looney Tunes world definitely goes to the original animated shorts. Like the very first one, I mean, out of the, because when I was little, my mother would usually like tape cartoons on the like those old VHSs,
Hmm.
basically, so I could like watch them, later on. And my very first like introduction to the Looney Tunes. Oh my God, there's a lot of shorts I've seen, but the very first one I can remember that I think was my overall introduction to it. I don't know if you remember this, but basically it was an anime short with Porky Pig, and basically the short was like, Porky Pig was trying to sleep, and basically outside his house, on the fence was like, this cat, like basically, like, singing and dancing, doing meow meow and all of that, and and basically Porky Pig was trying to sleep and tried to shut the cat up, you know. And basically, I mean, it wasn't Sylvester, it was another cat, but basically the end of the short was like, after like so many different tries, basically Porky Pig took a shotgun and literally shot it,
Yep.
shot the cat. And he was like, while he was trying to like, talk, like, sing and everything, he's like, yeah, boom, and then he fell off the fence. And then literally like the last thing was like, like, oh, like poor kitty, oh God, and and then basically you hear like many different voices of like, on the fence. When he opens the door, the last thing is basically all the 9 lives of that same cat singing, and that's kind of like the end of the short. So that was I would say that was kind of like I think it was my very first introduction to the Looney Tunes. I mean, do you remember this kind of short?
I have a vague memory of that.
Yeah, it was old. Like I said, I remember seeing it when I was little, and that was definitely, it was either that, or there was another short I do remember, which was like with Bugs Bunny, and it had something to do with like a magician.
Oh,
Where
I thought you were going to go with the witch one. I think that might have been my first short.
You mean the one where at the end she turned all sexy?
No, the one that I think is kind of like Hansel and Gretel.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. I remember that one. Oh my God.
That one
Oh
and
my
the
God.
opera one. The opera one. I don't remember much about the opera one, but I remember the opera one was on a lot.
Oh, the opera one. Wait. Oh, wait. You mean that Giovanni character?
I think so. Yes.
When it was like, singing, and like, Bugs Bunny was playing the instruments
Yes.
at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a classic. Like, thankfully they, I don't know if it was like Looney Tunes or Warner Brothers, but they have like a YouTube channel where basically they put like Looney Tunes shorts, and one of them and one of them is this short. Oh my God, like, it's such a great short. My favorite part is definitely when he's like, when he's doing like Figaro, and then he's like his head is getting shorter and shorter and shorter, like smaller and smaller. And he's like Figaro, Figaro, Figaro. I love that. That was hilarious.
Yes.
But anyway,
that was a good one.
yeah. Okay. So my next question to you is, now this is gonna be like, I think it's gonna be an obvious choice, but like, what was your very first Looney Tune character introduction?
Ooh, first character introduction. Okay, that's harder. Probably Daffy.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd say probably Daffy.
Do you maybe vaguely remember from where?
I think the comic book. I'm pretty sure. I forget what I wish I could remember what the comic book was. I wish I could remember the story, but I think it was Daffy.
Okay, fair enough. For me, again, I'm going with the classic. Like for me, it was like like since I said those shorts, like for me, it was like a mixture of Bugs Bunny and Porky Pig.
Hmm.
It was kind of a mixture, like both of them. And then basically later on, I was introduced to like Daffy Duck, Foghorn Leghorn, Tweety, and the rest. Basically, but those like I would say like definitely my overall introduction was definitely between Porky Pig and Bugs Bunny. No, actually, no. I remember now. Porky Pig. And how? Because I remember there was a very, very like one of the first I think shorts that the Looney Tunes did. It was basically a race, and Porky Pig was on it.
I have a vague memory of that.
And like there were all sorts of different like carts and everything, and then like the short basically ended with this like old lady pushing a sail or something. She at the end wins.
I have a vague memory of that.
That was my first short, so I would I remember more than the first one. So I would definitely go with Porky Pig. He was my favorite part. He was my very first Looney Tune. Sorry, he was my very first Looney Tune character that I was introduced to. But I want to ask you this: if you remember how the Looney Tunes used to look like before, how they look like today?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to ask you this, like in the specifically Porky Pig, because you know that he was much more fatter before than now. So I want to ask you, which version do you like most? This one today, or one that was like when the Looney Tunes began?
I don't know. I kind of like the version we have now. I don't know that. I kind of like the version we have now because I mean that's what I'm more familiar with. I think I mean I think there's something to be said though about how they started the classics. But I don't know. I kind of think I like the version we have now.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, for me personally, it's a tie because, like, because I personally, which is kind of ironic because, like, all those shorts are like from the '60s and '70s, mostly '60s. But again, I grew up with both versions, so for me, I would say it's a tie. The reason why I like the original is because he kind of always remind me of like a peak version of Oliver Hardy, in a way.
Okay, I could see that. I think.
Yeah, I mean, there was even one short. I remember. I don't know if you ever seen it, where he was selling like peppers in like a rodeo, and there was like a bullfight going on. Uh, yeah, and basically in the end, with that, like how usually in Mexico, they like throw sombreros and roses, like to the matadors. Basically, like one of them basically threw him a derby hat of like Oliver Hardy, and his face literally became Oliver Hardy. Yeah, it was it was funny. It was funny, and I remember like because I grew up with Oliver Hardy as well. So one of my like youngest cousins, when they watched that short with me, literally they looked at me, I was laughing because I knew the reference, but them were like, I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, it's all about like generations and everything, but like sometimes I like when some of them like they don't know the reference, but I do. I just love being in that moment. Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here
A little
comes
a little bit unrelated, but I kind of want bacon now.
Oh, that brings me back to the Looney Tunes show. You know the one that came out in 2010.
Yes.
Oh my God! There was an episode with Porky Pig where basically Porky Pig, like, he loves eating bologna. I think it was, and then and then basically at the end of the episode, like it was a little bit disturbing, but like it was hilarious, but it was disturbingly funny. But basically, Porky Pig is like, I just found out about bologna. When I was eating bologna, I was eating me. And then literally, he's like, Bugs Bunny's like, okay, see you later, Porky. And literally, he was like crying and traumatized, but he still eats the bologna. He still eats it. Again, disturbing, but
Yes.
disturbingly funny.
Yes.
I was eating me. I love that. Now, here's a tough one for you. Maybe it's not, but I just want to hear your thoughts. Give me your top 5 favorite Looney Tunes
Okay.
characters, not shows.
Okay. Bugs, Daffy, Sylvester and Tweety. Number 5 is harder. I'm gonna go with Elmer Fudd. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Elmer Fudd.
Should I be hunting rabbits? Okay. For me, I'm going with Foghorn Leghorn. I'm going with 5-1. So, 5th place, Foghorn Leghorn. Then I'm going with Granny. Then I'm going with again. And then of course I'm going with Speedy Gonzales.
Ooh, okay, good choice.
Speedy Gonzales, Daffy Duck, and my number 1. It might shock you. Yosemite Sam.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, that does shock me a little bit.
Yep, because Yosemite Sam still today is my favorite Looney Tune.
I always forget about him.
I just love again, every single short he was in. Usually, like when I was watching Looney Tunes at night, because like I used to watch them in Italian channels, and they would usually be at night, kind of like evening cartoons basically. And every time I was like hoping to see Yosemite Sam short, basically. Like I just love him. Like there's something about his character and the way how the legend Mel Blanc voices him. He's just simply like I just love like the way how he looks, the dialogue, the even though he's a small cowboy, like he's still dangerous and ruthless. We basically hands in the air, you long-haired varmint.
We got to give we should give what's his name a shout out because he was in 2 Looney Tunes movies, so we should give him an honorable mention. Michael Jordan.
Okay. But save your Space Jam thoughts because we're gonna talk about it a little bit later. Yes. But okay. I mean, it was in one. No, not in the second one. LeBron was in the second one.
That's true.
So if you had to say shout out, you would say to LeBron and Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay. Now, for you, this is gonna be maybe a tough one, but But okay, before we kind of go, I'm just kind of curious a little bit, like your top 5. You said it was Daffy, Bugs, and then you said Elmer Fudd. You said
Elmer
Tweety.
Fudd, Tweety, and the Sylvester.
Sylvester. Okay. Do you want to have Do you want to wish to share like why they're your top 5?
So Bugs and Daffy, I kind of like the dynamic between them, and I kind of like the characters. Sylvester and Tweety. Part of why I put them in the top 5 is because I'm thinking of Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries. That was like a really cool show.
I remember it.
And then who was the other one? Elmer. Him, I just think he's hilarious. I don't know him. I just can't stop laughing when he's on.
I mean, can you imagine a hunter who's a vegetarian and hunts just for sport? I mean, like that's something you don't see every day. But and again, who cannot miss his laugh? Like who cannot miss that? And I think and if I remember correctly, later on he was introduced as a hunter because before that, Elmer Fudd was like from everything from a prospector to a stage announcer to a mechanic, like all sorts of stuff. So I think out of all of them, I think like I liked him more as a hunter, to be honest. Now for me, I mean, Foghorn Leghorn, the reason why I like him because he is such a hilarious character. And I just simply love him every time when he's like, well, I say, Like, every time, I say, like every time when he mentions that, like, it's so hilarious. But also in the same time, like his relationship with that chicken, who tries to marry him.
Yes.
Yeah, she's hilarious. Like, in his relationship with her, also, like, his relationship with that little bird who wanted to eat him. Um,
Oh,
oh my God, like, what was the name? I mean, but you know who I'm talking about.
yeah.
Yeah, like, I want chicken, I want chicken. Like, he always goes that like that. But honestly, like, I just love the way how he talks. And the overall his episodes are always like, very like extremely funny. Like he's basically a rooster who's kind of like clever, or sometimes tries to be a little bit more than clever, and every time he screws up. Every time. So that's why he's my. And also Granny, I think that Granny is a very underappreciated Looney Tune.
Yeah.
I know that she's basically an old lady, but there's something about her, like, and the way how June Foray voiced her, sorry, God rest her soul. It's just simply, she has a charm. I think that she has a charm to, and like you said, Sylvester and Tweety, True Detectives, like they gave a lot more to her character than, for example, what the shorts did.
Well, even Baby Looney Tunes gave a lot more.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like, so I think, like, so I love the Granny character, and again, I still think she's underappreciated. Then after, what was it? So again, Foghorn Leghorn, Granny. Who did I mention? Daff.
Granny, Daffy, and who's Yosemite Sam.
Yeah, but wait, Foghorn Leghorn, Granny, Daffy, Yosemite, and I mentioned another one. Who? Oh yeah, Speedy Gonzalez.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. Like, I mean, Speedy Gonzalez for me, I have no comment. Like, like everything about him, from even when he goes just a simple like, arriba, like, even when he does, even just running, or like saying, I'm Speedy Gonzalez, the fastest mouse in all of Mexico. Like, it's just simply amazing. Like, I just love the energy of the character. I just love him, like everything about him, especially like, like everyone who tries to hunt him down, basically he screws them up every time. Yeah, I love that. Daffy Duck. I mean, come on, Daffy Duck. No comment about him. Like, he is hilarious. Actually, which my favorite. I will mention him a little later on. But there's a short that I really loved him in, and I'm gonna mention in the next topic. And again, Yosemite Sam. But before I go to Yosemite Sam, which I kind of did, but Daffy Duck, like, everything from his speech impediment to his personality to his energy to his anger issues. There's a lot that every time I laugh hysterically when I see him, and of course Yosemite Sam. I already told you why. Even though, I mean, I will admit, even though he's not always a cowboy, he can sometimes be a pirate or a conqueror or a Roman or a soldier for the South. Like, he is a lot of different things, but there's a lot of his character I love. That's why he's my number one. I just love it. Anyway, my next question to you is, which are your top 5 favorite Looney Tunes shorts?
Okay. That I'm gonna have to think about. I think definitely the witch Hansel and Gretel, the witch Hansel and Gretel short.
Okay.
The opera short. Oh boy, it's been so long since I've seen the shorts. Those two. I'm trying to think. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to rack my brain a little bit on this. I'm trying to remember all the shorts because it's been a long time since I've seen them.
I mean, you can tell them, like, even by describing them. That's perfectly fine.
I'm trying to think what. I'm trying to think. I know. I always like this. Isn't really a specific short. This is really like, I guess a category of shorts is the Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote shorts.
Okay.
I always like those. Also always like the Bugs and Daffy Rabbit Duck Season with Elmer Fudd. Those
Yeah,
are always
it's
funny.
an icon.
I'm trying to think.
It's a classic.
What other short? Or what other short?
So you said Coyote, Roadrunner and Willie A. Coyote. You said the Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny Rabbit Duck Season.
Yeah.
You mentioned the opera one. You mentioned the
Hansel and Gretel which one?
yes. So you have one more.
So I have one more. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to. I'm thinking.
What have we here?
No, I'm trying to think what the short was.
You can describe it. That's perfectly fine.
I'm trying to think which one it was.
I mean, again, you don't have to say the title if you don't remember. You can just simply describe it.
Oh, I'm thinking. I know what I'm thinking of. So which short? The opera short. What was one there? I'm trying to think. Bugs. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to rack my brain for the short. Oh boy, I hate when I can't think of them. I'm completely going blank on the last one. I'm completely blanking.
No, it's okay.
I'm completely blank on the last one.
Do you have any clues or something you can tell me? Maybe I can make you remember.
No, I'm just completely blanking on the last one.
Do you know at least which Looney Tune was in it?
Did they ever do it? No, they didn't. That would. I'm trying to think of any more recent one. I'm trying to think of any more recent Looney Tunes that
I mean, from the recent Looney Tunes shorts the Warner Brothers have done, I only seen like only a few. I only seen a few of them. I haven't seen all of them. Well, I will congratulate them on like keeping the 2D style.
I'm completely blanking. I'm completely blanking on a fifth short.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Okay, for you, we're gonna stick to the top 4.
Okay.
We have a top 10, we have a top 20, we have a top 5. Why not have a top 4? That's perfectly fine. No worries about that. For me, okay, one of them is definitely the Rabbit Duck Season. That's a classic. And every time when I see it, it makes me laugh. The second one I'm gonna choose, it's the one I was trying to mention before when I was mentioning my top 5 favorite Looney Tunes. The one with Daffy Duck, where basically the cartoonist changes scenarios every single time, and basically teasing him. Like, for example, there was one point where the Daffy Duck was like a musketeer, and he's like, I've got musketeers, you're gonna taste my sword. And basically he ends up on a farm and he's like, my sword? All right, have it your way. And then basically he goes down and he goes back as a farmer, like, Daffy Duck had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And then from a farm he goes to an ice cave. No, he goes to an ice cave, and then he basically he gets winter clothes, and he starts singing like a Jingle Bells type of like theme. And then basically after that, he goes to Hawaii, and then he goes like all like dresses and the ukulele, and so on and so forth. It's such a hilarious show, and basically the twist at the end was that the cartoonist who was teasing him all along was Bugs Bunny. That was the twist.
Oh, I have a vague memory of that.
Ooh, it's a classic. So that's my second. That's my second one. So the Rabbit Duck season, the cartoonist one with Daffy Duck. The third one, I'm gonna go with one of my all time favorites, which was always the what was it? Oh shit! Now I'm going blank. Wait a minute. Okay. Got it. So, the Deck Rabbit season, the cartoonist. My third one. I'm gonna go with it was a Yosemite Sam and Bugs Bunny short where basically it was kind of like, I think it was like the story was kind of like set in the maybe maybe like 1600s, I think.
Mhm.
And basically like Yosemite Sam has like earned like a million pounds, and basically Bugs Bunny was there kind of like this watcher counselor or something, and basically he needs to for like watching for like for the next 24 hours, so in which basically like if he's like a good person to
Mhm.
inherit the money or not, or as Bugs Bunny will put it, so in short, if you explode, you lose the dough. Yeah, so basically in every explode, every rage, every swear word, everything, like he will lose like from like 20 to 100 pounds, 200 pounds, like he will lose, and basically at the end of the short, he lost everything because he was all because Yosemite Sam, he was always short tempered every time. So that's my third one. My fourth one is the Foghorn Leghorn short, where basically the lady chicken was basically trying to marry him. Like basically it was the short where she was like on top of the house, and she was trying to like kill herself by jumping, and basically Foghorn Leghorn saved her. So that was my fourth one. The fifth one I'm going with uh, it was a what was it? Oh yeah, I remember. It was a Pepe Le Pew short.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it was a Pepe Le Pew short. Where basically there was a like a perfume store. Basically the entire short, and there was this cat. That he thought it was a skunk like him, and basically he was trying to impress her. Oh, chérie, come to me, my love, like pussycat, come here. And basically at the end, the cat falls for him, and now he is running away from her, which is kind of an irony. An irony. Oh my god. God, I miss Pepe Le Pew. I really miss him. The whole shenanigans, removing him because he was anyway. It pisses. I don't know if you know about this. What I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean it pisses me off for a stupid thing like that. But anyway, so those are like my top 5 favorite shorts. I mean I've seen like hundreds of them, over and over. But those are like my top 5 that I remember the most. Now we come to the overall our favorite part, which of course is the Looney Tunes
Yes.
TV shows. Hell yeah! Now, besides the shorts, basically, what was your very first Looney Tunes based TV show that you were introduced to?
TV show. I think Tiny Toons. I think Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yeah, but because that's the thing. Because I mean, I remember Tiny Toons Adventures. I have seen him and all. But honestly, it was the only Looney Tunes TV show or based TV show. I was never into it. I mean, I get. I mean, all the characters are interesting, but it was not that this TV show was not my thing.
Now, see I think that was my first. I'm trying to think. That was my first, and then I think they rerun the shorts a lot on Cartoon Network, like back in the day.
Oh yeah, even on Boomerang as well.
Yeah. And then so I think it would have gone Tiny Toon Adventures. Then I got into the Looney Tunes shorts. And I feel like they weren't running at the same time because it was an older show, but I feel like I got into Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries and Baby Looney Tunes around the same time. And then there was also I never watched the Lunatics Unleashed.
Oh yeah. Wait, wasn't that the one? Wait, isn't the Lunatics Unleashed? Is that the one where it was kind of like a superhero sci-fi
Yeah.
TV show
Yeah.
where they were all like dressed
Yeah.
black and with some like different colors?
Yeah.
I mean, I heard of that TV show. I've seen some of the clips on YouTube, but did you watch it?
Yeah, I never really got into that.
But I mean, if you have watched it, like, could you please explain to me what was it all about?
Yeah, see, I could never, for some reason, it just never caught my interest enough to watch. I probably should go back and find it streaming somewhere because it looked like an interesting concept.
Mm-hmm.
But I did get into Duck Dodgers. I like that a lot.
Oh, Dog Dodgers! Like that's a show that I even today I would watch.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
That I really liked a lot. I think that is really underrated.
Can I just say, okay, I know we passed the top 5 Looney Tunes, but can I say an honorable mention?
Yes.
I'm a Martian.
Yeah.
Marvin the Martian. Like, I mean, I watched him in the shorts as well. Like, the Dog Dodgers original TV short. Or even like the one where Bugs Bunny was in space and he was confronted by Marvin.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. But in Duck Dodgers, that was when I actually loved Marvin the most.
Yeah, that kind of the same with me.
Yeah, but my overall first Looney Tunes based TV show that I can remember was definitely Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries. I mean, even today I'm still surprised that we got a whodunit series, but with Looney Tunes. And when I was little, even back then, I loved to guess who was the culprit, basically. Even though for most of the episodes, I think you can agree with me, it was kind of, when you see it now, it was kind of obvious who it was.
Yeah,
but it was still I know, the episodes I remember the most was the one when they were in Scotland, where basically all the kilts disappeared. That's the one I remember the most. I remember the one with the cruise, where the guilty one was this kind of Jim Carrey type of character, should I say Ace Ventura type of character who was trying to be a clown, and he was eliminating everyone who went to bingo. Then there was that one. Then what was the other one? I remember. That was the one in I think it was in Ireland, the Blarney Stone. I think it was. Yeah, that's the one I also remember. And I remember the one in Monte Carlo, where the roulette basically disappeared.
Yeah,
that's the one I remember as well. And I think this is it. The ones I remember the most, I think. I mean, I don't remember even how many episodes were.
that's a good. I forget how many seasons I ran. I feel like it went 2. It might have gone 3 seasons though.
I just want to check the Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries. I just want to say, oh, holy shit! They went for 5 seasons.
Really?
Yeah. The last one stopped. The last one stopped airing in 2002.
Oh,
holy shit! Like, they went for 5 seasons.
well, I had the years all wrong for that.
Wow. And also, I mean, like, again, go rest her soul. I just have to say, I know we're gonna. I think we might.
Okay. That's right. Okay.
Beg your pardon?
I was just checking the episodes. So they were. I couldn't remember. So they were 2 half-hour episodes. A lot of them were.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, of all the 5 seasons, those are the only episodes I remember the most.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Wow, 5 seasons. Jeez, I didn't think it ran that long. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a TV show that maybe was like maybe 20 episodes, 26, and that's it.
No, it feels like it. It feels like it should have been.
Exactly, like but I'm looking at this. Like first season was 13 episodes, second season was 8, then the season 3 and 4 were 13, and then season 5 had 5 episodes. Jesus, like
Wow.
that much. I mean, again,
and in all those 5 seasons, Sylvester never ate Tweety too, which is good.
yeah, although there were a few close attempts.
Yes.
But to be fair, I mean, I get it's the oldest traditional trick where basically Sylvester's trying to eat Tweety.
Yeah.
Like he was in the shorts and everything. But I don't know. I mean, that's the one wish I wish they changed in the future Looney Tunes. They kind of stop basically chasing each other and basically okay, they live together, they do some crazy things together, but they kind of hate each other. Like for example, not gonna shut your mouth. I'm a cat. I know what I do. Pussycat, you don't have a brain. Like something like that, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give me something like that. Like I think like the cat and mouse chase thing. I think like it's kind of getting tired of it.
Yeah.
But again, Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries was definitely like my very first kind of like Looney Tunes TV show that was introduced. I mean, I've seen Tiny Toon Adventures. I've seen. Here's a question, because some of the characters did appear in that show, but can we count the Animaniacs as well? That's a tough one, because like some of the Looney Tunes did appear as a cameo in there.
That is a tough one. I guess we could count them, maybe.
I know, because only because I'm saying this because there were a few Looney Tunes cameos, in that show. So that's why I was asking.
I mean, you could probably count. I don't know.
It was just a question, but I would say like of all the TV shows I've seen, I mean, I also seen like some of the new Looney Tunes shorts that I think like it was introduced. What was it, like 2019, 20, or 21?
Yeah,
or 2022.
I think it might have been 22.
Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, like, I've seen some of the new shorts, but still, for me, they don't beat the originals. They don't beat, like, especially the one thing that really pissed me off was that they removed the guns from Yosemite Sam, and I'm like, how can you do that? I mean, I get the whole gun children thing, I get it. But like, it's Yosemite Sam. He needs to have guns.
Yeah, that doesn't make. I mean, I kind of get where they're coming from doing that, but that doesn't work with that character removing the guns.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, like one of the very first shorts that Yosemite Sam appeared was literally like in the short in the Wild West, where basically Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam at one point were confronting each other, and basically like oh no, I'm not, oh yes you are, like every time they're like go like 6 shooters and then 8 shooters and then 10 shooters and then 15 shooters, like bigger and bigger guns, and I was like, that's hilarious, and when you have a Yosemite Sam, I mean, sure, if you can do a short where basically, like I said, he's a Roman or a soldier or a pirate, like you can use cutlasses or like spears and things like that. But like when you're doing a Western, like Looney Tunes short, you have to give him guns. I mean, like, seriously, today, like kids, I mean, they know the difference between reality and fiction. Jesus. I know. I mean, like, seriously, like, first, like, the whole Pepe Le Pew thing, then we almost lost Speedy Gonzalez, and now the guns from Yosemite Sam are removed. which is stupid. But like well, okay, whatever. I mean, I get I get it why they did that, but at the same time, the character loses its basic main charm basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me personally, out of all the Looney Tunes TV shows, for me, my favorite ones will always be Duck Dodgers and the Looney Tunes TV show from the 2010 and 11.
Okay. Yeah.
And the reason why, first and foremost, who doesn't love seeing Daffy Duck in a sci-fi adventure? And I love the idea that basically the people behind it, they took the short as an inspiration and they literally created a series out of it. It was just hilarious, But even though, especially having Porky Pig as the space cadet,
Yes,
that was hilarious. And also, of course, having Marvin the Martian is like one of the main villains. Like that's also amazing. But also like there's a lot of like few Looney Tunes characters that was in it that were like dropped in it, but they kind of like transformed into kind of like these sci-fi characters. Like for example, Elmer Fudd, which is kind of like which is kind of like the parody. They call the Fudd. They basically turn him into some kind of artificial intelligence virus thing. Where basically everyone gets Elmer Fudd's face and they go, like, that's hilarious. Also, having Yosemite Sam is kind of like it's kind of like the overall Duck Dodgers version of the Klingons.
yes.
Basically, that's amazing. That's amazing. Like it's perfect for him.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, there was a lot of them. Like also Nasty Canasta, he was also in it. It's kind of like this space bounty hunter. I love it. But also, I want to ask you your personal opinion. Like, what are your overall, what were your always like general thoughts about Duck Dodgers?
I really
As a
liked it.
show.
I really liked it. It was a cool concept. I really liked the animation in it. The animation I think is what got me in it. But the story was good. I mean, anything with Daffy and Porky is perfect. They're one of the most probably unlikely duos that I've ever seen. And I think they go really well together.
I mean,
I do kind of want to have duck and bacon now for dinner though, but
I think Daffy Duck will. I think probably Daffy Duck will drive you nuts before you can try to eat him.
yes. Yeah.
With like, I think like he's gonna drive you nuts.
But I really like Duck Dodgers. I thought it was probably one of the better shows. I think that I think it was a Cartoon Network show.
Yes, it was.
I think and I mean, it kind of showed because I think that compared to some, well, then again, Baby Looney Tunes was too, but it was, I thought it was probably one of the better Looney Tunes shows, the Duck Dodgers. I really liked it. Like I said, the animation, the story, there's not too much I can complain about with it.
No, I mean, fair enough. I mean, like even for me, I like the overall idea. Also seeing IQ, the doctor from the short, like also being in this. It was it was really cool to see him as well. But the overall idea of like him being this like one of those this like galactic rangers, basically, like patrolling the galaxy and like protecting Earth and the and everyone else basically from like evil doers or conquerors or invaders or whatever. And basically and basically also kind of like dropping in like some of the most iconic Looney Tunes characters and kind of turn them into either like heroes or villains, basically, with of course with a mixture of like new characters as well. Like for example, one of the characters for me I always found interesting was the Martian Queen.
Yes,
she was a cool character, even though personally I could never understand why she fell in love with Daffy in the first place.
Oh, also I forgot about this character. I was just looking Duck Dodgers up on on online. I forgot about the green dog.
Oh yeah, yeah, the one that the Marvin created.
Yes,
Um, what was the name of the dog? Canine.
yes.
Yeah, Canine. Yeah. I mean, he didn't appear too much actually.
And it ran for 3 seasons. Wow.
You mean Duck Dodgers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 3 seasons. Mm-hmm.
Huh,
Yeah,
so,
I mean, go ahead. Sorry.
so Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries actually. Wow.
I mean, I still can. I still cannot. I'm still surprised that they ran for 5 seasons.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little bit surprised that ran longer than Duck Dodgers. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, for Duck Dodgers, a franchise, a series like that. Which, by the way, we can both agree that it's not a series that has like just one big story. Basically, every single episode was a story on its own, basically. But I think like 3 seasons was like a fair amount for Duck Dodgers.
Yeah.
I think it was a fair amount, but for the Sylvester and Tweety mysteries, I think 5 seasons was too much.
Well, another thing about Duck Dodgers, I didn't actually realize till I just looked it up. You know who did the theme song? You know who did the theme song for that, right?
I know. I mean, a TV show where you got Tom Jones as
Yeah.
the singer of the theme song. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. How can you get more iconic than that?
I mean, I didn't even know that was him till just now, but wow.
He actually, by the way, he actually voice cameoed in one of the episodes.
Yes.
Like where it was the time when Duck Dodgers or Daffy basically replaced his voice with his, where there was like a singing contest, basically, where the Frog Queen later on like basically fell in love with him. It was so crazy seeing Daffy Duck, singing one of the most iconic songs in history. Like it's unusual.
Yeah.
So can you picture it? Like it's not unusual to be loved by anyone, but coming from Daffy. I mean, that's not something you can see every day.
No.
And I love I love that, like, basically at one point when they switched, basically I love the idea of Daffy having Tom Jones' voice.
Yes.
That that was hilarious. And then Tom Jones having Daffy Duck's voice. That was hilarious. Oh my god. And I loved, like, basically, because it's kind of like a very traditional thing with Tom Jones, where basically, when he's singing, the girls fell for him. So it's kind of cool to see Daffy Duck doing the unusual song, and basically every single girl in that room fell for him, including the queen. Yeah. Oh my god. But I would say this: I would have much preferred if the Queen and Marvin got married, because, like, I think like they worked way more better together than Daffy and the Queen.
Yes.
But I will say, definitely, when it comes to the Queen, one of my favorite episodes is definitely where basically she went after him, because like he rejected her hand, marriage, and all that.
Yes.
There was like a snow planet.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god! Like, that episode was hilarious. Also, I don't know if you remember, but there was another episode I loved, which was like a pirate episode, where basically Porky and Daffy had to basically put pirate costumes and kind of like infiltrate the ship. And the pirate captain's name, Long John Silver the 23rd. I was like, seriously, of all the names, you named him Long John Silver the 23rd. I was like, okay, I know he's a futuristic pirate, but, like, could you at least give him like a cybernetic leg or something? Because, like, I mean, I was like, literally, one time I was joking, like, he's like, he's tarnishing the family name. He's supposed to have a crutch and one leg. Where is it? Like, this guy should cut off his own leg to follow in his family footsteps. It was basically kind of like a joke that I had. Oh my god! But there's a lot of episodes I really love. But the other show I mentioned, the Looney Tunes show.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I love that show, and I think it's criminally underrated,
Yeah.
criminally underrated.
Oh, wait, hold that thought for 1 sec. I'll be right back. Hold that thought for 1 sec.
Go ahead. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Jesus, the way he sing it. Coming from Daffy Duck's mouth, I mean, like, that was something. Oh my god. Bum, ba, bum. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Sorry, guys. You know, by the way, why don't you just go on somewhere on YouTube and watch some commercials while you wait? And commercials off, and we're back on. All right. So basically, I was trying to say that the Looney Tunes TV show, the Looney Tunes show, the reason why I loved it is because it was basically a sitcom, but like Looney Tunes style. Like basically, you have all the Looney Tunes, like, you know, shenanigans, slapstick comedy, and all of that. But you know, in the real world, basically, where, like, you know, almost every single Looney Tune, like, you know, they either, you know, they, like, you know, they live in normal houses, they have jobs, you know, and so on and so forth. Like it was such a great and unique concept. And even though personally, that's a show I would have loved that they kind of kept it going for like maybe 2 more seasons, because they only had 2. But even still, you know, I was like, you know, still happy that they only got like 2 seasons at least. I was still happy with it, you know. Like, for example, you know, the you know, the witch and that hairy monster living together, and the hairy monster is like her son. Yosemite Sam is like, you know, Daffy and Bugs' like neighbor. You know, Granny living with Tweety and Sylvester. You know, also, oh my god. I mean, Lola Bunny, I would say this. I mean, I love the way how they did her in the show, but she irritated the shit out of me. She was so obnoxious. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'll never forget it. Like, you know, I mean, by the way, the actress who voiced her, you know, it was a perfect match. I mean, I always forget her name. A famous actress. What was her name? Just let me see. Where is she? Okay, Kristen Wiig.
Oh, okay, yes, yeah.
Yeah, Kristen Wiig. She was the voice of Lola Bunny, and I have to tell you, like, she did a phenomenal job voicing her. Like, she was perfect for this role. Perfect, you know. She did a remarkable job, you know. But even though her job was so good, that she was so obnoxious, and she irritated the shit out of me. Oh my god! Like sometimes I just wanted to slap her. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, you know, the way how you know, the jokes, and how she was pushy and also obsessive with Bugs and everything. Like, Jesus. Like, I mean, literally one of my favorite moments was the very first episode where she was introduced. And there was like in the movie theater, and basically like Bugs was literally like basically like holding his chair, and he was like all like shocked and terrified, you know. And then basically she was like, you know, like laughing and crying and going, oh, ooh. And then basically, wow, that was a great movie. And then you hear from the screen, and now the studio presents. So basically, the movie was about to start, and I was like, "What the fuck was she laughing at?" And then, you know, and it was like, "Wait, was she laughing at the commercials?"
Well, we know Kristen Wiig can do. We know she can do annoying. Did you ever see that Saturday Night Live sketch, that Thanksgiving one?
Oh yeah,
yeah. We know she can do annoying. I can hear her doing annoying.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm telling you, she's an actress. I mean, she did a lot of comedic roles, but she is one of those actresses that I can even see her do stand up.
Yeah,
you know, because like she is perfect for like the voice, the mannerism, like that's why I always felt like she was incredible as Lola. That was perfect for her. Also the one thing I also want to mention is that
You said this is a Looney Tunes show from 2010, right?
I think it was like, oh no, oh shit, it was 2011 until 2013.
I'm gonna look something up really quick while you're talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a good thing I looked up. Okay, let me.
Yeah, so I was so I was wrong. So it wasn't 2010, 2011. It was 2011 to 2013.
So what am I? Oh, I know what I'm thinking of.
But still, like, like this TV show. I'm telling you, like this TV show that doesn't get appreciated as much as it should be.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because, like, I mean, if I have to categorize it in a most easiest way, I would say this show is basically a Looney Tunes version of Seinfeld.
Okay, I can see that.
I mean, think about it. Like Bugs and Daffy are literally like Seinfeld and the glasses guy.
Okay, I can see. Oh, interesting.
I mean, seriously, like at one time, like a year ago or something, I started watching Seinfeld, and I kind of went fresh from like my sixth or seventh time watching the Looney Tunes show, and literally the very few episodes of Seinfeld, it remind me of Bugs and Daffy. Those two together.
I can see that.
Hmm. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, we have a comment. Caroline. Hello, Caroline. No soup for you. Oh my God. No. Well, to disappoint you, Caroline, I already eaten, so I'm not hungry.
That's a good one. That
is a good one. That is a good one. Also, yeah. Also, I want to talk about. Also, like, I want to ask you your opinion about this. So one of the things that I can see you're shocked, Caroline. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. That's the punchline. But also, I want to ask your opinion about this. So that's one of the things that a lot of people have been criticizing about the show, and that is basically Taz being the dog of Bugs. So I want to ask your opinion. Like, was that one of those things that you didn't like personally, or was totally fine with you, or even you didn't care?
I'm not overly bothered by that, really.
But yeah, because I've seen some people criticizing that, like wait a minute, Taz is like Bugs and Daffy's dog. I'm like, they could have done something more with him.
Yeah, I'm not overly bothered by that, honestly.
I mean, me neither. I mean, honestly, when you have a crazy Tasmanian devil who literally just simply goes, what better way to do it than basically just simply make him a dog?
Yeah, that didn't really. I mean, I guess I can understand why it would bother some people, but that didn't really bother me all that much.
No, I mean, not even for me. Seriously, not even me. Also, wait, I always the girlfriend of Daffy.
Oh,
is she? Wait, was she like a fictional character for like just the Looney Tunes show, or was she like a remake of another Looney Tunes character?
I'm trying to remember who she was. Oh, I think she was an original character.
Yeah. Tina, that's her name. Tina.
Yeah, I think she was an original character.
Yeah, because like I know there's been few like Daffy Duck type of characters in the Looney Tunes shorts. So I was kind of like always wondering like if she was like an original character to this, or she was like based upon like characters from before. But I will tell you this: Daffy Duck should be like really blessed to have a girlfriend like Tina.
Yes,
because seriously, she's the only one who can keep control of his like shenanigans. You know, like I don't know, like it was literally, it was for me personally, it was literally a relationship made up in heaven.
Yes.
You know, it's just wonderful. You know, also speaking of, there's another show that we might forgot mentioning it. Tales of Tasmania, Tales of Tasmania.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, that's another show I grew up with. Oh my god, I love that. You know, like I mean, usually, I mean, I've seen some people even complaining about that. Like, why would you give Taz his own show? Like, the guy doesn't even talk because, like I said, he just simply goes every
Yes.
time. You know, but I was like, that's the joke. I'm like, that's the point. You know, and besides, you know, and besides, what better way to balance is like, you know, what better way to balance it is to just give him like, you know, talking characters. You know, like for example, you know, his family, for example.
Yes.
Or like, yeah, or like for example, those two alligators who were like poachers, or like the business pig, you know, or like the Indian kid who was trying to like, you know, or not the Indian kid, sorry, the like this kid from a tribe, like basically always try to hunt him down, the wearers that almost looks like diapers. You know, like, you know,
Yes.
yeah, because I feel like, you know, that way I think, or even like what were those two characters? I when I was little I thought they were ducks, but they were not ducks. They were not otters. They were, oh my god, what were those? What's the name of those animals that create dams?
Dams. Oh, beavers.
Beavers. Yeah, they were beavers. You know, like you had them as well. You know, so I think like, you know, so I think like those kind of characters, I think like they kind of balance it. They kind of balance Taz's like, you know, demeanor. Let's just put it that way.
Yes.
You know, and I always thought it was hilarious. I thought that the show overall was hilarious. I mean, what were your overall thoughts about the Taz TV show?
I liked it. I mean, anything with Taz, he's another character again that is just hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So anything with him was funny. Anything with him,
Yeah.
I liked.
Yeah, but also, if I remember correctly, just give me a second. If you look at like Taz or Tasmanian Devil,
Yes.
you like, I think like when it comes to like, I know that I mean, I know that he appeared like in only I think it was like he only appeared like 4 or 5 shorts, I think. You know, and I don't think back then he was actually talking, but I think like I think like I would say I think like the show that really caught people's attention of Taz, I think it was Taz of Tasmania TV show. I think that's where Taz got other people's attention.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, at least that's what I think. I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. Taz kind of got my attention on Baby Looney Tunes with how cute he was.
Oh yeah. I mean, okay, he was cute, but to be fair, Baby Looney Tunes was one of those shows that also I didn't watch. I didn't want to watch at all because it was, for me personally, it was too childish for my taste.
See, I kind of got into Baby Looney Tunes a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know. Something about that caught my attention, and I just really went for it. I don't know. That's where I kind of started to like Taz a little more. I think, yeah. That's
no, I get you. I get you. No, I get you. I get you. You know, but for me personally, like I said, like the Tiny Toon Adventures or Baby Looney Tunes, like those are the type of shows that for me personally, I never, you know, I was never kind of interested in it because I was always kind of like one of those, like, you know, because I was a type of person who grew up with the original characters, and you know, for me having Tiny Toon Adventures were basically, I mean, I like the overall concept of like basically those characters going to this like Looney Tunes like academy to kind of basically become officially Looney Tunes and all. Like I like that idea. Basically, kind of like them being kind of like the next generation of Looney Tunes. I like that idea. I like the concept, but I don't know, it was a TV show that didn't really track my attention, to be fair. And Baby Looney Tunes, I mean, when I was little, I used to watch them a lot on the Italian channels, I admit, but then as I grew older, I don't know, they kind of became a little bit too childish for my taste. But I will admit, Granny being their, caretaker, it's a really good idea. And also, I will admit that they all look very cute. I will give you that. Yeah. So let me just check something. Okay. So basically, now with all that being said, I mean, if okay, if one of us, for example, offer you a job, and they say, "Hey, create a Looney Tunes TV show," what would you create? I mean, what would be your idea for a Looney Tunes TV show? Now, again, it doesn't have to be a short. You can be like an actual TV show as well if you want to.
I'd probably stick with what works. I'd probably do something with Bugs and Daffy. What would I do with Bugs and Daffy? I'd do something with Bugs and Daffy. Maybe I would. Maybe I would. You don't like this smile I have on my face. You shouldn't. This is bad. This is gonna be bad. I apologize. I'll give you my real answer after I give you this one. I would maybe make Bugs and Daffy. I'd have them live together, and I'd maybe make Bugs a child-eating alien.
Okay. I thought TK. I thought we went through with this during the Twilight Zone episode. Come on, like you have no idea who could be watching. Like, come on, you like don't be one of those bastards who crushes children's dreams. I mean, come on, don't be a bleeding potty pooper.
But no, I would do something with Bugs and Daffy. What would I do with them? Maybe make it like an odd couple.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That's probably what I do. I'd probably make them like an odd couple.
But okay, so my question would be, okay, you would do like a Bugs and Daffy odd couple type of like TV show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My question now is, would it be set in the real world, or would you keep it like in an actual like Looney Tunes only world?
That's a good question. Probably do a Looney Tunes only world.
So basically, just say they live in a city where there are only Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. For me, this is gonna be not so surprising since I named them before, but I would love to do like a crazy Western Adventures of Yosemite Sam.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Yeah, like you can do like in the Looney Tunes style, but where he is the main character. Because like there's another friend of mine who is a big Looney Tunes fan, and every time we have this like headbutt, where basically he's saying like oh come on with the Yosemite Sam thing, come on, he's not a character who can lead something. Come on, he will never be the lead. I'm like, why not?
I think he could lead something. I think he could lead something easily.
Exactly.
Although that makes me think of something else, though. I'd either do that could be cool too. I'd either do my odd couple concept with Bugs and Daffy, or I do it with Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam.
Oh, actually, what would be great? Okay, I think you gonna know what I took this, but could you imagine doing like a Men in Black parody?
Ooh, that would be cool.
Do you remember? Do you know where I took it from?
Yeah. You could easily. I don't know if have they ever done like a duo thing with Yosemite Sam and Elmer Fudd?
Never. They did him like they did the Yosemite Sam. The majority of the time, he was always with Bugs Bunny.
And
the majority of the time.
See, that could be an interesting duo. I'm surprised they haven't put them together yet.
No, they didn't. They only did the little like Men in Black parody in Space Jam. That's the only thing they did. But I would love to see a duo between Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam, or maybe like going like basically I have one even better. They're kind of like, they're going on like a shooting contest. And
Ooh,
basically, they're going up against each other, like who's gonna be the greatest shooter.
yes, that would be good.
Oh yeah, which kind of leads me to this topic. Finally, the Looney Tunes movies.
Yes.
Okay, this is one thing that we also gonna have to talk about. Oh my god! Now, first and foremost, I want to ask you: are you excited for the Porky Pig, Daffy Duck movie?
Yes. Full disclosure, I just found out about it like 2 days ago.
You're kidding me.
No, I just found out about it 2 days ago.
Okay, one more time. You're serious?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I knew some stories that they were trying to do like a Looney Tunes movie, like even like I think it was like announced like a year or two ago, I think, and then basically later on was announced that it was going to be Porky Pig and Daffy Duck together, and basically it's going to be like an alien invasion type of like movie. And by the way, I just want to say I love the title. The day when the Earth blew up, a Looney Tunes movie. I just love that title. And also, I mean, have you seen the trailer?
No, I need to watch the trailer.
Oh my god, it brought me back to my childhood. Like the 2D animation they did for this movie. Like oh my god, they kept it so close to the original Looney Tunes. And it's really great. Also, I mean, she didn't appear a lot, but like there's gonna be a female Porky Pig in the movie as well. And I think but I don't know if this is gonna be. I don't know if that's gonna be Petunia Pig or it's gonna be someone else. That's the question I have. If it's gonna be Petunia or it's gonna be someone else. But overall, go ahead.
That's a good question. Hang on one sec.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna search for it as well. The Earth blew up. Oh my god.
Yeah, Petunia.
Yeah, Petunia. It's Petunia. Okay, because I wasn't sure. Like if it's gonna be Petunia or someone else. And also, I think like 91 minutes is the length. I think it's perfect for a Looney Tunes movie. Yeah, I cannot wait to see this because it's been a long time since we have had like an actual Looney Tunes movie.
Yes,
such a long time. So now, since there has not been like too many Looney Tunes movies, so with all of them together now. By the way, if you don't know, there were also like actual Looney Tunes movies at the time when the shorts came out as well.
Yes.
But I want to ask you this: of all the Looney Tunes movies that came out, and like now, which one would you consider your favorite?
I really like the Christmas Carol with Daffy.
Okay.
Space Jam I liked, but I wasn't nuts about. The first one, the sequel, I never actually saw the sequel.
I eventually did.
So the first one I liked. What other one? Looney Tunes Back in Action. I liked that. It kind of felt somewhat like, in terms of like the animation and the live action, it felt like Roger Rabbit kind of. So I kind of liked that. It had that feel to it. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the other movies I've seen. I think those are my top. Those are my top three, I think.
Have you ever seen that old classic Looney Tunes movie where where you had Daffy Duck basically doing like a Fantasy Island parody, where there was like a wishing well where they drop a coin, and basically for every single character they tell them like a story or like their future or something.
I haven't.
Okay. It's like I think it's one of the few first Looney Tunes movies that they actually did. It's a funny one. It's a fun one, but basically, it has a story, but it's basically a story with like mixtures of like different shorts that were already released, basically. You know. Oh, by the way, out of all of this, I just want to say this. I just want to go back to the Looney Tunes TV show just for a second. The one thing that kind of shocked me there was seeing Foghorn Leghorn as like a millionaire businessman.
Yeah.
That was bonkers. Of all the people, him. Oh my god. I'll say. Anyway, of all the Looney Tunes TV movies I've seen, and again, there weren't many. But my favorite one, and I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for this, but my favorite Looney Tunes movie is actually Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Really?
Yep.
That's your favorite? Really?
Yep.
Okay.
I always thought that the hate that this movie got was unnecessary. I think people were too cruel on this movie. I really liked Brendan Fraser in that. I adored Steve Martin as the villain. I adored him. Like, he was so wacky, he was so bonkers, so cartoonish. He was perfect for the role. And again, I love the whole treasure hunting / Indiana Jones type of like Tomb Raider vibe that basically the show was going. And also, like, I mean, come on, seeing all those Looney Tunes, in that movie, like from like I said, from Daffy, Bugs, Sylvester, Tweety, Taz, like Willie Coyote, Yosemite Sam, Nesty Canasta, or like the other outlaw that one time appeared in the Western shorts. He was like one of the henchmen of Yosemite's casino. Like there were I think like Marvin was also in it. I think he was like one of those like Looney Tunes henchmen that Steve Martin basically sent after them, But overall, yeah. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit it. Of all the Looney Tunes movies that we'll basically watch over and over, is gonna be Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Okay, that's a good. I mean, I think the thing that a lot of people didn't like about it, and I mean, I don't think it deserved the hate it got, but I think what a lot of people, whenever you do anything live action with animation, it's to me I'm trying to think the way to say this. To me, it does come off looking cheesy to some degree. I mean, it's hard to blend animation and live action like that. So I think there is a little bit of a cheesy element, but it's Looney Tunes. I mean, it has to be cheesy.
I mean, also, what's wrong with sometimes having movies that are cheesy?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? I mean,
yeah. I mean, plus it's a movie that kind of, Looney Tunes is something that kind of lends itself to being cheesy. It's not something that like you're supposed to go to the theater and say, wow, that really made me think. No,
exactly.
If you come out of a Looney Tunes movie and say, gosh, that movie made me think, there's probably something wrong with you, because you should not be thinking in a Looney Tunes movie.
No, it's one of those movies that you literally turn your brain off and your logic and just simply enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
That's basically what a Looney Tunes movie is. I mean, that's the same thing with like even like with Space Jam and Space Jam 2. Basically, it's one of those movies that you simply turn your brain off and just simply, sit down, have some snacks, have a drink, and basically just simply relax and enjoy the ride and have some fun. Because like if you're taking these movies seriously, especially Looney Tunes movies, if you're taking those movies seriously, then I'm sorry to say this, but for those people, there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
Because there's the same thing. Like, to give you another example, the 2021 Tom and Jerry movie.
Yeah.
A lot of people took that movie seriously, and I'm like, it's a Tom and Jerry movie.
Yeah. See, I enjoyed that.
Exactly. Or even like the Tom and Jerry 90s movie where they talked for the first time.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I don't want to say this. I never complained about Tom and Jerry talking. Actually, for me, I was like so happy with it, because I was like, it's about damn time they talk. Because again, I get it. It was all about physical comedy, slapstick, and all that. I get it, but it was like, just let them talk,
yeah,
or something. So and those are two biggest examples, because people have been trashing, those movies as well, and I'm like, again, I know, for example, again, going back to Tom and Jerry from the 90s, the reason why a lot of people have been trashing it, I don't think it was because of the story or the overall idea. I feel like they were trashing it the most because they were talking.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I was like, okay, I get it, but for me personally, I thought it was a challenging idea, a very ballsy idea, and for me personally it worked. But the point I'm trying to say is that, which kind of leads me back in action. People are taking, or even Space Jam, people are taking these things too seriously.
Yeah, I agree.
And too personally.
I agree. I think they take it too seriously, and I mean, I think that they look for. I'm trying to think the right way to say this. I think some people go into those movies like looking for like a message or looking for not a message, well, a message, but I'm trying to think the word, like a moral or something. And like, there's not, like, Looney Tunes doesn't work like that.
That's the thing. Like you're trying to say, that's the thing, because people go into a Looney Tunes movie and they're thinking, they're gonna have emotions, serious moments, dark moments, twists and turns, and I'm like, it's fucking Looney Tunes. It's not a work of Shakespeare or something. If you like you said before, if you're thinking that Looney Tunes movie is gonna make you think, or make you think like, ooh, that's wise. Ooh, I'm gonna think about that my whole life. Like, you need a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
I mean, like those kind of movies, are there just simply, like I mentioned before, to have fun, to relax, and like I said, enjoy the show.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. And again, people are saying how can Steve Martin be in that movie? He humiliated himself. He was a buffoon and all that. I'm like, first and foremost, it's Steve Martin. So what the hell were you expecting? Because if you don't think what I'm talking about, just look at his stand-ups, and you will see what kind of buffoon he can be. So what the hell were you expecting? Two, you can see that he was having fun. Because you feel oh my god, those professional actors and everything, they're in these movies, they're gonna humiliate themselves, they're gonna degrade their career and so on and so forth. Did you guys ever thought that those actors might have a fun side too?
Yeah.
A childhood, or basically something that brings them back when they were kids. I mean, that's the thing that some people have to think.
Well, and I have one thing to say to the people. The other thing is, not only do I think the Hate of God wasn't bad, but comparatively speaking, I have one thing to say to all the people who say that movie wasn't good. Disney's live action Pinocchio.
Oh my god, that was bad.
Yes, that
was atrocious.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason, even on Letterboxd, I gave the movie 1 star, and the only reason why I gave it 1 star is because I liked the design of Pinocchio.
Yeah, 1 star is
the only reason.
1 star was generous for that, I think, because that movie was. I'm actually surprised, but the reason I made me think of it was because you mentioned Steve Martin in the movie. And he's a pretty high profile actor, and made me think of Tom Hanks in Pinocchio, and it just kind of that still surprises me. I still think he had to have lost a bet.
Okay, not only Pinocchio, but if you remember, you had the actress who played the Wicked Witch.
Yeah,
in there.
Yeah,
you had also Luke Evans.
Yeah.
In there, so first and foremost, what the hell were they thinking of releasing this on Disney Plus?
Yeah,
I mean, after seeing the movie, I can see why.
Well, they were smart to do that, because if they released it in the theaters, that would have bombed. I mean,
for sure.
If that thing had been released in the theaters, that could have potentially caused Disney to go bankrupt, because they would have gotten.
Okay,
They wouldn't
Okay,
have turned $1 on that.
Okay, first and foremost, okay, time out. Bankrupt, I don't think so, but I get your point. I
Yeah.
get your point.
Yeah, they,
And don't let me even mention the ending.
yeah, the ending was, I hated it so much. Why would you leave it up to interpretation? Why wouldn't you just show him becoming
I mean,
I don't know.
seriously, why wouldn't you show basically when he tried to save Geppetto? Why wouldn't you show him first and foremost that he drowned?
Yeah,
And also when he was on bed, why wouldn't you show basically how he slowly magically becomes a boy?
yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you show that?
Well, if I
You know,
remember
oh,
right, the thing they were going for at the end of that movie was that it didn't matter if he was actually a real boy. It mattered if he felt like a real boy or acted like a real boy.
But that's not the point.
I know exactly what I remember. I was like, I remember when I saw the ending. I was like, that's not the point of the movie. The point of the movie is he becomes a real boy. He doesn't feel like he's a real boy. He doesn't think he's a real boy. He is a real boy.
Exactly. I mean, come on. And also, I mean, the way how they and not only that, but also it felt. I'm sorry, guys, if we're jumping off the Looney Tunes wagon right now, but I just want to make it short. But also, the way, I mean, first, like I said, the ending for me that really pissed me off is that first and foremost, it was rushed. Number one,
Yeah.
and number two, who the fuck got that idea of like basically Pinocchio grabbing Geppetto's hands, and while they were walking, he turns into a boy? Who
Yeah.
the fuck give them that idea?
Yeah, it was no.
It was no, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Because like Pinocchio is one of those Disney movies that really that is really close to my heart. It was really just like Snow White. It was part of my childhood. So seeing them treat Pinocchio like that, it pissed me off.
Yeah.
It really pissed me off. So which is by the way, guys, which is Pinocchio was one of the reasons. Well, not one of the reasons, but like one of the recent reasons why I stopped watching live action adaptations in the first place. Like my turning point when I stopped was literally The Lion King. That was literally the time I stopped watching it because it's stupid.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, but going back to the Looney Tunes, I mean, it kind of is the same thing. Also, again, Space Jam. I mean, both of movies didn't get too much praise. Both of them.
Yeah.
And like the first one, it was first and foremost, it was the 90s. Okay. And 90s were always like, it was like the 80s and a little bit the 70s, but mostly 80s and 90s. Those were the decades where basically there were a lot of like crazy stuff when it comes to movies and ideas and all that, So, and again, me being born in the 90s, so I get the picture, but overall, ever since I was a kid, like I enjoyed Space Jam for what it was. Because like, after watching Who Framed Roger Rabbit, basically I always try to treat every single type of those movies, the same way, because like a lot, because even still a lot of people, when you have like, movies like that, they think like, it's stupid,
Yes.
or like too CGI. Like for example, like, when Michael Jordan went to the world of Looney Tunes and basically everything is 2D. He's the only one who's real.
Yes.
A lot of people thought that was bad. I mean, look, it was the 90s, by the way. And I could definitely see that he was literally in a room filled with either blue screen or green screen, for sure.
Yeah.
And Michael Jordan, let's be honest, he's not a professional actor. Number two, okay? But, the reason why I enjoy this movie, even like the Space Jam: A New Legacy, and by the way, I thought it was cool to see the Looney Tunes in 3D. That was cool.
Yes.
Yeah. But overall, the reason why I enjoy those movies so much, especially back in action, because I just simply grab the imagination by the balls and roll with it. I just simply, I just simply basically let my mind into the magic of which of course are movies. I mean, do you kind of understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's because that's like when I watch a movie, I don't watch a movie like a critic. I never do. Like I try to watch a movie as a movie. I try to basically kind of like my mind, my imagination try to connect with like the overall magic of all the of every single movie I see. Kind of like go with the flow, kind of like
Yeah.
concentrating more on the story, on the characters, on the world. Like that's what I mean by magic.
Yes.
I'm not there just simply to talk about like the CGI is bad, this 3D doesn't work, like it's 2D. It's not my thing. That's not what I do. Okay.
Yes.
So that's why I think like Space Jam movies, I think like I appreciate them more because of it, because like, I see them, as a movie. I let myself, like I said, I turn my brain off, I turn my logic off and just simply, go with the punches.
Yes.
I mean, by the way, I don't want to spoil you about Space Jam: A New Legacy because you haven't seen it, but I would definitely tell you to give it a watch.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
Yeah, I will definitely. You definitely should like give it a watch because I'm telling you, it's people. Some people have said it's not that horrible. Okay, it's not that horrible. It's actually pretty fun, interesting, and also they did some things that kind of works way more better than what the first Space Jam did.
Really? Yeah, I need to watch it.
Yeah, like for example, have you seen the trailer?
The trailer, yes.
Okay, so basically, one example I can give you is basically when when LeBron's basically was fell into the world of like animation, or should I say the world of the internet, basically.
Yes.
When he landed in the lands of Looney Tunes, he became 2D, basically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the one thing that I think they should have done with Michael Jordan. Instead of him being like live action in a world where everything is 2D, I think like they should have basically. I think they should have made him 2D like the rest.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and also I mean, come on, seeing Bill Murray in the first movie, that's also a nice touch.
Hey, give me one. I'll be right. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, no problems. Go ahead.
Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Hey kids, do you want to have a special? Hey kids, ladies and gentlemen, do you want to? Are you getting tired of being at home and watching movies and TV? Are you in for some gold rush? Well, come on down to Yosemite Sam's special gold mine and have your ride and gold digging of a lifetime. Seatbelts, by the way, not included. Yeah. Bugs Bunny special offer: carrot juice with a little bit of lemon. Come on down.
Carrot juice with a little bit of lemon. That's good.
Here ends the commercials. Yeah, but basically, so let me get this straight. So Back in Action, Space Jam, the first one, you watched those two Looney Tunes movies, and which the Scrooge, the Christmas Carol parody, you watched that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just check how many, because I always forgot like how many Looney Tunes movies were. Let me think. Okay. Now they went directly to the black and white era. Okay, feature films. Okay. Okay, Bugs Bunny Superstar. Okay, Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie. Yeah, okay. The Bugs Bunny movie. By the way, there's another. Okay, there it is. Daffy Duck's Fantastic Island. That's the one movie I was talking about. They kind of took inspiration from Fantasy Island. Yeah. Also, did you ever watch that? Did you ever watch that movie with Tweety, where basically she went all over the world and kind of collected stamps from like
I
each
have
country.
no, I haven't. No.
That's a little, that's also a little like a fun Looney Tunes movie, basically. Where basically like Tweety, she's going all over the world, kind of like collecting stamps from on different countries. Which again, it's a parody of Around the World in 80 Days. It's a parody of that, basically. But where basically Inspector Fix, where Tweety's basically Phileas Fogg, and Sylvester is Inspector Fix, basically. Yeah, in a crazy way. That's basically what it is. But I think it's like a little like fun time movie. Also, speaking of movies, there is a movie that I believe you heard of it. I believe you heard the whole shenanigans behind it. And I think you know which one I'm talking about. That was supposed to come out. James Gunn wrote it. John Cena was in it. And it was again like a mixture of live action and 3D animation.
Oh, I don't think I know.
Coyote versus Acme.
Coyote versus Acme.
Seriously? You never heard of this movie?
No, that's not ringing a bell. Let me
Oh my god! So basically, okay. So Coyote versus Acme, that was never released. I mean, I know it was supposed to release like somewhere in 2020 or 2023, I think, but I'm not quite sure. But either way, so basically, let me basically read you the plot of the movie, basically. So it says that after every product made by Acme Corporation has backfired on Wile E. Coyote in his pursuit of the Roadrunner, a down and out of billboard human attorney represents Wile E. in his lawsuit to sue Acme. A growing friendship between Wile E. Coyote and his lawyer motivates their determination to win the court case as it pits them against the intimidating boss of Willie E. Lawyer's former law firm, who now represents Acme.
see that would have been a cool one.
And basically, you have John Cena in it, and you have Will Forte, who is playing the lawyer of Coyote.
Yeah, see, that would have been a cool one.
Yeah, but the thing is that this movie went through a lot of shenanigans. Like, they literally filmed everything. They've done the CGI. They've done everything, at least like 99%. They've completed the movie, and then Warner Bros. Discovery shelved it.
See, I don't get that.
That was at the time. That was done at the time when, like, even like the Batgirl DC movie was supposed to come out on HBO Max, and they basically shelved it.
See, I don't get that. I don't get why that doesn't make sense to me.
Because of the tax money.
That still would have been a really cool one.
I know, and I can tell. And oh my god, I mean, I cannot tell you, like, like there's been so much, like, let's just say riot after the movie was canceled and shelved. Like, like a lot of people from Twitter and all sorts of social media were like literally like making riots to release this movie. Even some of the voice actors, were like screaming, like, Eric Bauza, who's doing Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck today. Even he was like, making basically on like an award ceremony. He was literally like, screaming like Daffy and saying like, release Coyote versus Acme. Like everyone is begging for them to release this movie.
See, I don't understand why that doesn't make sense to me. Why that?
Yeah, because basically it was a thing that Warner Bros. Discovery basically preferred to claim the $30 million like a tax loss money.
But it would have been another mix of live action and animated, right?
So basically, how can I put this? The characters would have been, I mean, Coyote would have been okay. I think I would to put it easy for you.
Mm-hmm.
Coyote would look like something like a mixture of like what Wish did.
Okay.
Like 3D and 2D at the same time. Like a mixture of both.
Okay.
And everything around them would have been like live action, basically. Man, I'm still
Okay.
hoping.
Huh.
I'm still hoping that they're gonna release it because for what I've heard, like Warner Bros. Basically put it out as kind of like for being available for acquisition,
Hmm.
and a lot of them actually I've heard like a lot of them were trying to buy it, like, take it, like from Netflix to Amazon to like I don't think I think it was Apple, also one of them who wanted to take it, but basically a lot of streaming services would have loved to take it, but the big problem is that the price that the Warner Bros. Put was way too high for them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was way too high for them, and now basically because basically that was like ever since April 2024, where basically they told this one spokesperson basically said that it was available for acquisition. But
So,
the biggest problem they had was that for those streaming services, that the price to take this movie was too high for them.
I hope somebody, because I like the concept of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, like like again, James Gunn is one of the writers for this movie, and I mean, from the plot I've seen, the actors that are going to be in it, I'm really interested to see what the movie is going to be all about. Like I really want to see it. So I'm really hoping. I mean, it's been a couple of months since it was announced it was approvable for acquisition, but some people already have kind of like going to conclusion that they're never going to release it. I don't know.
It could. I mean, they just have to pony up the money to. Somebody would have to pony up the money to get it, but
Yeah, but like it's not that easy.
but
Trust me.
But I think somebody ought to try to get it because that would be a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, but basically, from the recent news and everything, it looks like they're never going to release it. Again, that's not the only movie they did. Like there was also, like I said, there was the Batgirl movie where Brendan Fraser was supposed to play Firefly,
Yes.
the main villain, and there was also the Scoob Holiday Hunt.
Yeah.
It was Christmas special that even that was finished, but they shelved it.
Yes.
I don't know. And only because they wanted to take the tax loss, like $30 million money. Like it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. I think like with this movie, I think like with Coyote versus Acme, I'm telling you, I think like they could have made a lot of money on the box office.
Oh yeah, they easily could have. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
That's definitely a shame that they could. That's definitely a shame.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Look. For me personally, for me personally, I didn't took it as much as personal as a lot of people did, because trust me, throughout the Hollywood history, there's been a lot of movies that either were half made or fully made, and they never saw the day of light.
Yeah.
Caroline, definitely. Could you be more specific? Definitely about what?
Ooh, I know what she's saying. Definitely, TK is the better host.
Right. And that's why your nickname is the Graveyard. Right? Because of your dead silence. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I want to ask you this. When it comes to okay, overall, like with all the Looney Tunes movies we have seen, the biggest one that we can talk about is now I will say this: when it comes to Looney Tunes movies, I'm really hoping that when the Day the Earth Blew Up movie comes out, I'm really hoping that this movie is going to start a new dawn for like more Looney Tunes movies.
Yeah.
Because they deserve to be back in the theaters.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so I'm really hoping this is gonna be the beginning, where basically, you know, and I'm really hoping. Here's the thing: I'm really hoping that it's not gonna be just, you know, Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny. Like, you know, I want to see them making movies like, you know, with other different Looney Tune characters.
Well, they haven't had a if I'm not mistaken, they haven't had a Looney Tunes movie in the theaters for a while.
No, I mean, I figured the last one. I mean, okay, technically it was Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Yes.
Okay, technically it was that. You know, but overall, so that was like the first one, and then we haven't had any, like, you know, Looney Tunes movie ever since the 2003.
So they
At
haven't
all.
had. So we haven't had a. We haven't had a completely animated Looney Tunes movie though in the theater.
Oh my God! I mean, completely animated. When it comes to actual, like, full length movies, we haven't had that, my friend. I mean, again, I'm not talking about direct to video movies. I'm not talking about, like, you know, those kind of Looney Tunes movies, but like actual, like, full length movies.
Yes.
We haven't had one, I think, like, ever since 1999 and 1991.
1991.
Yeah, when they had that. I mean, they call it the Looney Tunes Hall of Fame, which is basically kind of like what's the word I was looking for? Compilation of Looney Tunes shorts.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you kind of look like a full length, like, you know, anime movie, that was the last one they did in 1981. So I'm really hoping this movie is gonna start, you know, like a new production of like animated Looney Tunes movies, like for the theater, because they really need to be brought back to basically to everyone's lives.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and again, I want to see movies again. I don't want to see movies just Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig. You know, I want to see movies like, give me a movie about Foghorn Leghorn. Give me a movie about Speedy Gonzales or Pepe Le Pew, or give me, you know, about Elmer Fudd. Like, you know, just basically movies, but like, you know, with other Looney Tunes characters. Which kind of gives me another question, like, which um if they wanted you to make a Looney Tunes movie, so my question is, which character would you choose, and what the movie is gonna be would be all about?
What the movie would be about, I'm not sure, but I think I would choose. I think I'd probably choose Sylvester and Tweety.
Okay.
What would it be about though? That I need to think about. I think I'd definitely go with Sylvester and Tweety though, because I think that aside from Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries, they're kind of they're kind of a little bit underutilized. Or they have been. What would I do with them though? That's the thing. I don't know what I'd do with them. I don't know what I'd do with them.
Okay, fair enough. To kind of help you. So what about, for example, Sylvester and Tweety going up against animal control?
Ooh, that would be
Like,
kind of cool.
yeah, like, for example, you have a villain who is like a human who hates animals and he wants all of them caged, or should I say, quote unquote, terminated.
That would be kind of cool.
And basically, Sylvester and Tweety have to work together to kind of, like, you know, basically make that not happen. And also,
That would be kind of cool. I can see that.
And also, if you want, you can put in the bulldog character.
I forgot about the yes.
Okay,
I like that. That would be cool.
Yeah. So I would love to see a movie about, which again, it's kind of like a, you know, because I felt like, hey, if the Minions can do it, then I think this can be done. like I want to see a movie about Taz, the Tasmanian Devil.
Yes.
Like I want to see a movie about him. But most of all, I know I'm a pain in the ass about that, but I want to see a movie about Yosemite Sam. Give me a slapstick. Okay, give me a slapstick adventure / comedy western.
Yes.
Where basically you have Yosemite Sam as the main character.
Yosemite Sam goes up against Mephisto.
Well, not Mephisto. I was going to kind of like someone like, for example, Nasty Canasta.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, I think like Mephisto would be too supernatural for his taste. Yeah, if you see what I did there.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can try all you want, but I just got used to it. But anyway, so that would be my choice. The other choice, for example, like I said, I want to see one with Foghorn Leghorn, where basically, let's just say, try to solve like a farm crisis or something, like that, or even, for example, I wouldn't even mind to see a movie about Lola Bunny, where Lola is the main character.
I could see that.
Like you give me, okay, let me put it this way, give me like a parody of Legally Blonde, for example.
Okay, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, like a Lola Bunny parody of Legally Blonde, basically.
That would be really cool.
I mean, can you imagine Lola in that character role?
I could see that. That would actually be kind of cool. I could see that.
Yeah, and also, I would love to see a movie about Speedy Gonzalez.
That would be another cool one.
Yeah, actually, give me an idea. Why don't you make, for example, a Speedy Gonzalez movie with like Zorro elements?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, but not like I don't mean like Speedy Gonzalez, kind of like being all masked vigilante thing. No, but like kind of like some storyline elements, basically similar to Zorro.
I could see that.
I mean, I remember like
kind of cool.
Yeah, like for example, like and you can make the main villain. You can make like a Zorro type, like cat like villain or something.
But would it be too much? Well, no, that it will. But I was just thinking there'd be too much like Puss in Boots. But
well, I mean, you can put it this way. Okay, let me put it this way. You can put it like you can even put like another mouse as the main villain, or I think like for a mouse, I think like the cat would be the easiest solution. You know. Yeah, I mean, like there's a in the Looney Tunes TV show. There's a how usually Looney Tunes TV shows they used to do like songs.
Yes.
Yeah, like Merry Melodies, I think they were called or something. And basically, one of them was literally like Speedy Gonzalez called Queso Bandito.
Yes.
Where basically he's kind of like this Mexican version of Robin Hood, where he basically takes the cheese from the riches and gives it to the poor.
Yes.
So you can do a story like that as well. Yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of Looney Tunes. I think like you can do a movie about. I mean, also, I want to ask you this because I mean, okay, we saw her in Space Jam: New Legacy, but do you think because of June Ferry passed away, do you think like they stopped using Granny?
Possibly.
I mean, she was in the New Legacy movie, but besides that, I haven't seen her since 2013.
I'm kind of curious. I don't know. I mean, maybe maybe they stopped using her.
Because I know that she voiced her. I know that she was the voice of Granny ever since the beginning. That I mean I get it, but I think like it's a time that I think that she should be. Let me see. Okay, so Okay, so June Foray voiced her from 1955 to 2013. And then after that...
Yeah, so Granny was in King Tweety.
Yeah.
Space Jam.
Okay, so from this one I'm looking is that okay, so this Candy Milo,
Yes.
she's the from 2017. She's kind of like the voice of Granny.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm really okay. So I'm happy. Okay, so I'm happy that she took over. That someone took over the character because I definitely because this type of character I really don't want to see die.
Yeah, no, that's not a character they should. I mean, I like the character. Yeah, that's not a character they should get rid of.
Yeah, definitely.
What about I need to look this character up really quick. Lola, what about Babs?
Babs.
I thought there was Babs.
Oh, you mean Babs Bunny?
I know what I'm thinking of. Okay.
Babs Bunny from the Tiny Toon.
Yeah. I don't know why I always got Babs and Lola mixed up. Okay, so it was on. Okay.
I mean, a Tiny Toon movie. I could see. I would swallow it. I could dig it. A Tiny Toon adventure like movie.
See, I always get Babs and Lola mixed up, so I was thinking of Lola. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I could imagine. Like I said, give me a Looney Tunes parody of Legally Blonde where Lola Bunny is the main character.
That would be cool. That would be a funny movie. They could easily. I mean, that would be an easy one. That would be such an easy one to do.
And you could call it, instead of Legally Blonde, you can call it Legally Bunny.
Yes.
Or something.
They could also. I don't know. That wouldn't work. I'd almost be half tempted. I know this isn't going to be a popular movie, but I'd almost want to see if they would bring him out of retirement, Pepe Le Pew.
Oh my God! I really want to see Pepe Le Pew back. I really want to see him back. Even with again, I don't want to get into details, but like all that reasons why they removed him because since it started all the way from Space Jam New Legacy is absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
Absolutely stupid because like even by the way, even the daughter of the creator of Pepe Le Pew basically came out and ranted about like the idiot move they did.
Yeah, no, that it was stupid. It was really stupid.
Absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid. You know, I mean, how can you make those atrocities with a cartoon character?
Yeah, well, you know, here's the thing I would say. You know, if they're gonna remove Pepe Le Pew, then I mean, I guess that they can never do a Cheers revival because Sam Malone would be in the same category as Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, because like
he'd be the exact same category.
Yeah, but but basically okay. So basically from my understanding it looks like that they're still using. Okay, so it looks like that Pepe Le Pew, they're still using him after all that nonsense they have put out. And I mean, like the way, okay. I mean, again, I don't want to get too deep into this, but like the one of the things, the way how people have seen Pepe Le Pew. And kind of like try to compare him with the real world is just simply idiotic.
Yeah,
idiotic. But if you're gonna bring Pepe Le Pew as a movie, as an anime movie, I would definitely, I think I could definitely see it being done as like those typical French romantic movies, like a romantic comedy or something, But instead of but again, if you want to keep it acceptable, let's put it that way, instead of for him grabbing his chérie really hard, instead of doing that, just simply give them those those in old movies that simple light stroll, basically grabbing them gently and everything but have you ever seen one of those old black and white French movies
No.
where basically I was like I said I was trying to base it by those old French movies where with all the romance thing basically where usually the man is holding the woman gently one hand at the head and the other one where the back is she's in that position looking at looking at his face a little bit above him the kind of romantic pose basically.
Yeah.
So they can do Pepe Le Pew like that basically but I could definitely see him give me a romantic French style comedy movie. I think that would be for Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or even better, here's an idea I have, a little bit twisted. But what if you make a romantic French type comedy movie, but this time, let me put it this way: this time, he's not the stalker, but one of the female characters is kind of obsessed with him, and so she is the stalker, and she's getting stalked.
Kind of, sort of flips it on its head. Interesting.
Yeah, where basically instead of Pepe Le Pew stalking, he's loving Cheries. Instead of doing that, why don't you one of the female characters being obsessed with him and kind of she being the stalker?
Interesting. And I like that.
I think that will kind of put the twist on Pepe Le Pew's style.
I like that. That's interesting. I like that idea.
Yeah, and just simply do it, with a comedy style of the Looney Tunes. I think you can make it work.
Oh yeah, that could definitely work.
But primarily, like I said, I would love to see a Yosemite Sam movie for sure, because I think it's one of those characters. I think it deserves to be a lead, basically.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree.
Now I want to ask you this: have you ever played any Looney Tunes video games?
I haven't.
Really? No, I mean I'm just asking because that's one of the small topics I wanted to ask you because, because I remember the only Looney Tunes movie I ever played, Looney Tunes video game I ever played was literally, what was it? Oh yeah, it was I think it was called Acme Arsenal.
Acme Arsenal. No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I think it was a PlayStation 2 video game, and that's the only, Looney Tunes video game I've ever played. No, actually, no. Sorry, I'm lying. So the games I played was Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal, and the other Looney Tunes video game as I played was one of them was with Wile E. Coyote.
Okay.
Where, it was an old PlayStation game, and where basically you kind of you go level after level, where basically you try to catch the Roadrunner.
See, I've never heard of either of those two.
Yeah, it's a very cartoonish video game, but it was such a great fun when I was little. Such a great fun.
See, I've never heard either. I mean, they sound like fun. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of all the video games I played. I don't think I played any Looney Tunes.
Yeah. So basically, the video game I'm talking about, it's called what was it called? I think it was called it was called Sheep Raider.
Yeah. See, that's not ringing a bell.
Yeah, but again, it's like I said, it's an old PlayStation game, but it was so much fun back in my days. It was so hilarious to play. So hilarious.
Um,
Go ahead.
yeah. See that I'm not remembering any. Um, I'm not thinking of any Looney Tunes video games that I played. Um,
I mean, there haven't
I
been
feel,
many.
I feel like I must have played one at some point, but I'm not thinking. I'm not remembering it. Um,
That's okay.
yeah, I'm not remembering it. So like I said, I must have played one at some point. I just don't remember it.
Hmm. Yeah, I get you. I get you. I get you. You know, but anyway, you know, so it was just like a little topic that I wanted to discuss, like to see if, like, you know, I know you told me a few times that you're not like a big gamer guy.
Yeah.
You know, but I was kind of curious to see if you ever played a Looney Tunes game. You know, I mean, I'm not a big Looney Tunes game player as well. You know, because I said I only played 2 games in my entire life when it comes to Looney Tunes. But I was kind of curious to see if you played something or not.
Yeah. No, I have it now.
Okay, now before we wrap up this little, like, you know, another Shadow Council episode, I want to ask you, I want to talk about with you about the future of the Looney Tunes. You know, basically just like we did with Scooby Doo, basically. So my question to you is: do you ever see the Looney Tunes, you know, basically coming to an end?
Um, I don't. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I mean, no, I don't think so.
Okay, but you know, because neither do I, especially now with the day the Earth blew up movie is coming out. I don't think the Looney Tunes will basically go extinct. I think the only thing that could happen, and we mentioned that in the Scooby Doo video, where basically, you know, like there could be a time where basically they kind of take a time out for
Yeah.
like a year or two or something, try to refresh, basically, you know, with some new ideas, new stories, you know, and basically what they can do with those characters. But besides that, like, you know, I neither do I, even I can't see the Looney Tunes ever ending, because just like Mickey Mouse and
I don't see him ever going away.
yeah, I
I
mean,
think.
like, go ahead.
Yeah, I think just like you just said, I think that they maybe take a break. They maybe like um give them a rest, but I don't think they're ever going to go away. Um, they're too iconic.
Mm, I get you. Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way, because, and especially, you know, because and especially, like I said, you know, like I said, the only thing they can do is basically take a time out from them, like I said, for a brief time. But actually, you know, coming to an end, I don't think so, because just like, you know, Mickey Mouse and his friends were for are for Disney, you know, Looney Tunes are the same thing for Warner Bros.
Yeah.
They're, you know, they're like, you know, they're like, you know, infinite cult like icons that, you know, they will never disappear, you know, for sure. So the, you know, and so I'm really hoping that with this new movie that's coming out, you know, at the end, by the end of this February,
Yeah.
by the end of February, I'm really hoping that this is going to open the door to like more different Looney Tunes projects.
Oh yeah, I think. I mean, if it's good, I think it really could.
Yeah, because for what I've seen from like early screenings and like the, you know, in some like, I think like was like either like fan screenings or like like a limited screening or something. I don't know, but like after some like early screenings, so to speak, let's put it that way. After some early screenings, I've heard that the movie is great.
Yeah.
I heard, you know, that it really captures the spirit of the Looney Tunes, and that it's really, like, you know, hilarious. And, you know, the dynamic between Porky Pig and Daffy Duck is you know, bonkers.
Yes.
And, you know, and but they also, some of them even mentioned that the times there are even some like emotional moments as well.
Yes. Yeah. I've heard. I mean, the stuff I've read about it too. Although I've only known about it for like a day or two. The stuff I've read about it too kind of makes me really interested. Also, the look of the animation from the the poster I saw kind of looks interesting to me. Um,
It
no,
will bring you back to 2D.
yeah, it looks interesting all around. I didn't know it was coming out, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, so basically, for anyone who doesn't know, basically the day the Earth blew up, Looney Tunes movie is gonna come out on the, I think, 28th of February. I think, like at the very last day. Let me just check. Yeah, so let me check just one more time. Yeah, okay. So basically, it's gonna come out on February 28th, 2025.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will advise any one of you to go and check out this movie because the Looney Tunes really need our support.
Yes.
We really need to support this franchise. We really do because like it was for the majority of for the like billions and billions of people around the world that were part of like many different generations, childhoods, so to basically see him going forward, we need to support
Yes.
the Looney Tunes for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. But besides that, I mean, I've also heard some stories that that they are already working on a new project when it comes to the Looney Tunes. So again, it kind of proves the topic that the topic we were discussing, but basically for this movie to open the door to new ideas and everything. So I do hope that this is gonna basically have like a brand new start for the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, I think it really could. I'm excited for it.
Now, my question is for you. My question I have for you: would you mind seeing the Looney Tunes, let's just say, in a certain project or a movie? Would you mind seeing them in 3D?
I don't think so. I don't think I would.
No, I'm only asking because I've seen a lot of people, especially when the Space Jam New Legacy came out. A lot of people had problem seeing the Looney Tunes in 3D.
I don't think I'd really mind that all that much. I don't think I'd mind that.
I mean, personally, even for me, even just like you and everyone else, I grew up with the Looney Tunes, but personally, to see them in a project or a movie, I don't know, like seeing them in 3D, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind.
I don't think I'd mind that.
Yeah, I figured the reason why for some people they mind it because like they're afraid that it will take away the charm and the magic the Looney Tunes had in 2D, basically.
I don't think I'd mind that all that much.
Yeah, I mean, like to kind of give you an example, remember what they did with SpongeBob?
Yeah.
The whole 3D thing.
So I think I'd mind that.
No, I mean personally, neither do I. So if they decide to, for example, in a project to make the Looney Tunes go 3D, basically, I wouldn't mind. Because
I don't think I'd mind that. No, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, because like 2D, 3D, for me personally, they're still Looney Tunes. So
yeah,
no matter what they change, they're gonna still be the same iconic characters as they always were.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I think I think as long as they don't actually change the characters, I think it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, like and I really hope that in the future, I really hope they're gonna leave the characters alone.
Yeah,
and not try to connect them with the real world like they did with Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah,
again. We can both agree that was idiotic.
Yeah, really idiotic.
Yeah, I mean, like we don't want to go into details, but if you have like followed the news, basically, especially around the New Legacy movie, you guys know what we're talking about.
Man. Yeah, it was stupid.
Yeah, I mean, remember, like we almost lost Speedy Gonzalez if it weren't for I always forget the comedian's name who played him.
Oh, no, I'm blanking on it too.
What was his name? Oh shit! He played him in New Legacy. He's a stand-up comedian. Gabriel Iglesias.
Yes.
Yeah, like I mean, he did a stand-up where basically he was mentioning about the whole Speedy Gonzalez thing, and literally, like the guy literally, came into Speedy Gonzalez's help, and tried to make sure that he's not canceled.
Yeah, yeah,
And like, and seriously, even though I was a little bit familiar with Gabriel Iglesias as a comedian, but after what he did to stand with Speedy Gonzalez, the guy gained my respect.
yeah,
And also, I love when, like, he was auditioning for the role. I loved him when he was saying that, where basically, when they were telling, like, well, would you prefer to lend, your normal voice to Speedy Gonzalez, like, instead of, like, playing the way how he's in cartoons. And I just love the way how Gabriel said, please keep his voice original.
yeah.
Because, like, I don't want people, when they hear Speedy Gonzalez, I don't want him to think of me. I want him to think of actual Speedy Gonzalez.
Hmm.
And I love that. I love that. You know, I mean, like, and also I love that joke when basically people were commenting that, that his character is very stereotypical, and basically, and I love how Gabriel Iglesias said, "Well, you have not met my family." Oh my god, that was brilliant. That was fucking brilliant.
I
Oh my
have
god.
this is random, but a couple years ago they came out with the Looney Tunes Lego minifigure set.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah,
Yeah, I got the whole set.
you're kidding me.
Nope, I got the whole set.
Nice, nice.
Um,
If you have some time, after we are done with this, send me a picture. I really want to see it.
they are really cool. I really like the set. Um, it's a good set. Actually, I'm gonna look to see if I have but it's a really cool set by and large. The characters are really what's the word? Detailed, I guess. Um, and I mean it's just an all around good set. I'm trying to think when. I'm trying to think about when did it come out. I'm trying to think when it came out.
By the way, Caroline has put a comment that actually we have forgot to mention. When after she said definitely, lol. I'm just repeating after you guys.
Give me one second. I'm gonna look because I don't remember when that came out. I think it looks up really quick. 2021. Okay, it was 2021 that came out. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, 2021. Okay.
Yeah, I forget what I said. Yeah, so it was 21. Okay. But yeah, they I remember the set. I remember that it has Petunia, Porky, Bugs, Lola, Daffy, Speedy Gonzalez, the Roadrunner, and Wile E. Coyote.
Okay, I have the picture here. So Speedy Gonzalez, Tweety, Sylvester, Lola, Bugs, Daffy, Petunia, Porky, Coyote, Roadrunner, Taz, and Marvin the Martian.
Yes. Yes, Taz and Marvin. I forgot those two. Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I will admit they're kind of cool, but I am a little bit pissed off. I'm a little bit pissed off. I'm sorry, but I'm a little bit pissed off. Why there's no Yosemite Sam?
Oh, that's a fair point. That's a good point. There
Where is
should have been.
Yosemite?
There should have
Where,
been.
yeah. Like, where is Yosemite Sam? Yosemite Sam? Where is Foghorn Leghorn?
Yeah, yeah. Those are fair points.
Oh god, so disappointing. So disappointing.
Yeah, those are fair points.
Yeah, but the one thing I will admit is that, so far what we have seen, the future is still very strong with the Looney Tunes. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like production wise and merchandise wise, they are very, very secured.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I think like we have come to another end. Do you have anything more to add?
I don't think so.
Alrighty then. So basically, guys and girls, followers of darkness, shadow scavengers, and villain aficionados, we have come to another end, to another Shadow Council episode. And like always, you guys know the tradition. like the video, comment, subscribe, give us all personal thoughts about the Looney Tunes, which are your favorite movies, which are your favorite shorts, which are your favorite Looney Tune character, everything in general about the Looney Tunes in the comment section down below. And of course, if you haven't seen any like other Shadow Council episodes, in the video description down below, you're gonna have the whole list. And with all being said, Lord of Shadows, like always, stay tuned for more, and signing off.
The lucky bastard out.
That's all, folks.